Salatu ala nabi karim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahu bi ihsani ila yawmiddin. A'udhu billahi samiul alim minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Arrahmanir rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. My audience, my listeners, and whosoever is going to listen to us on all social media, we are welcoming you to this program. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
We have a lot of discussions about spirit now and then. I'm having a guest here. On my left, I'm having Anwar Sadat, who is from the University of Education, Winneba, Mampong Campus, and who is one of the researchers. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Mallam Shamuna.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Right.
Then
Next
is Hajia Zuera, who is she's also one of the intelligence in the society, and I'm welcoming her. Yeah, welcome. Then on my right hand side, I'm having this thing, Mohammed, who also resides in Guangzhou for a very long time, who is with the Ghana Embassy and the branch at Shanghai.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Thank you very much. Then I'm having my brother Jamal too, who is also a student of secondary school. I don't know what is the name of the school.
Accra Technical Training Center.
Accra Technical Training Center. You are welcome. They are having questions for me, and I'm ever ready to answer whatever.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum salam.
The first question comes from Mr. Muhammad Anwar Sadat, a student of the University of Education, Kumasi Campus, that is Mampong. I've gone through your handouts and I've made some perusals of some areas, and I've seen much talk about spirituality and some of the ranking powers in spirituality. So it has really enthused, kept me on my toes really, to find one or two things based on your findings and then your research. For that matter, I've seen some rankings as you have done already from your handouts. Because I already studied them earlier before coming here. And in fact, I became so much maybe fascinating about some of your maybe output or some of your work. And one man you made mention about Mahmoud Bande. It's a powerful spiritualist from Burkina Faso. You have made an account of his spirituality based on certain things that were forbidden in Islam. Example is alcohol. Talk about how the man came and then wrecked the dangers of alcohol, maybe in Burkina Faso, and it has rose a serious alarm in the country. A lot of people are trying to sabotage him in one way or the other. They are not trying to understand why this man tried to forbid all areas of alcohol.
Please, Mr. Sadat, can I know the question direct right away?
Yeah.
So
All right.
that
The question
I
I
know
want
what
to
you are
put
trying
across.
to put
Yeah.
across.
The man has forbidden everybody not to take alcohol. Why? That's the question.
Thank you very much. It's not the man who forbidding the people not to take alcohol, but rather it's in the Holy Quran. It's in the Holy Quran. A lot of places you see it in Surah Al-Ma'idah. There are a lot of stuffs and the rest. So it's not. And then as the quotation goes on, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu innamal hamru wal maisir wal ansab wal azlam rijsun min amali shaitan fatanibu la'allakum tuflihun. And then the meaning of the verse means that, oh, you who believe with the scriptures and then the descendants of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there are a lot of things which are forbidden. Amongst other things is alcohol, then about gambling, then about what do you call it, foreseeing things,
All right.
and the rest. So God mercy, if you want God mercy to be on you, you should try and forbidden those things.
All right.
So
So it is the quotation of Beirut. So it's not, you see it in a lot of verses, most especially Surah Al-Ma'idah, that's Surah 4, Surah 5, and the rest. So they are plenty in the Holy Quran. So it's not the man who forbidden them.
All right. You see, what really marvels me or kept me so much surprised, you said from your handout that the man came out. You know, you talk about all to stop taking alcohol. But here's the case: we have people who are non-Muslims. Maybe the law is not maybe a kind of.
No, he is preaching to most, especially the Muslims who indulge in taking alcohol.
All right.
And then in the end, he exhibited his powers on them. Thus, when they mock at him, he commanded spiritually, and then simultaneously about 4,552 bears got burned simultaneously in Ouagadougou. So it's one of the reasons why I irritated him. But I thought you could have asked me the reason why. Why am I not in consulting of the other spiritualists written there? I think that that's the question that you
All right, I should put across the reason why Mahmoud Bande did so.
Yes.
All right.
No. The reason why for the ranking.
All right. Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen it. He was ranked as number one.
Number one, yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen another lady, a woman. She too, she's from Niger.
Yes.
Yeah, that she used to recite, that is to give, that is spiritual interpretation from her private part.
Yes.
It's very serious. How can a lady give spiritual foreseeabilities?
Yeah, you know, it's very surprising. You know, the name is, when you look at, that's number 2, the name is Inna,
Yeah.
mother of jinns.
Yes.
Yeah, she's the mother of jinns in the world, and apparently as we are talking.
Yes.
So when you come to her for a spiritual consultation,
Yes.
then she will remove the private part, then you just be seeing like a screen, like a television. Then you'll be seeing your house, the time that you are parading your items to the station, the car that you are moving to the extent of the last destination, then up to the time that you come. And if it happens that someone steal your items or your money or whatever or your stuff, then she will channel again the private part. Then once she channel the private part, you'll be seeing it for 1 minute. Then you see the time that the person was taking the thing, the color of the shirt, the dressing, and all whatever. So that's the reason why I rank second.
But Mallam, the most surprising thing is the woman, you say when she opened the private part, instantly, the moment she opened the private part, can't you see something that is maybe more that is romantic and people, or you just can't see the private
No,
part?
you can't. You just see the time that she's removing. You see it. I'm having an eyewitness, and I think that you asked me the way I'm maneuvered to know her, to have access to her. You know that we are spiritualists, all right? You know, on the physical society, you have your access to information through all the social platform or the social media. So also we are also having our spiritual networking. That's what we call the spiritual Facebook. So, and then on the spiritual Facebook, the Holy Prophet is the summer of the spiritual Facebook, irrespective of your religious background. So there are some recitations, most especially Islam. If you are reciting that to Allah, if you are reciting it 200 times, then before you sleep, then you go to that channel. That's the place that if you drink, then you will see yourself there. But then you are not on this earth. Yeah, so we need that one. That's our market center, our spiritual market center. Witches do come there, jinns comes there. Whosoever is reciting, whosoever is pure, and then virginity to someone who is a virgin. We all meet there to exhibit our spiritual powers. It's there that I got to know her. So, but all this and God willing, our powers are more powerful than them, because she didn't rank me. I'm the person who is ranking her based on the file that I presented on the what do you call it, on the paper. Yeah.
But Mallam, if you can excuse me, Sheikh Mallam Shamuna, what surprised me more, the work of the woman that is Inna of Niger. I'm seeing that her powers and her work is more, that is fascinating, it's more wonderful than the work of Mahmoud Bande. To me, to my own analysis, mallam, shamuna. But I don't know why you rank him first and she's second.
Okay, that's a very intelligent question.
Yeah.
Someone commanding beer bars
Yes.
about more than 2,000 plus
All right.
to event simultaneously.
At the same time.
At the same time,
I
that's
see.
simultaneously.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then when he was interviewed or when they came and begged him,
All right.
then suddenly everything stopped. There are a lot of things that we use in measuring spiritually.
All right.
Yes. She uses the jeans,
Yes.
and then it will be some time that in the process of doing,
All right.
they will give a different definition or different information altogether.
All right.
But they will give a different information altogether.
I see.
But with that of Mahmoud Bande,
Yes.
that one, he has no any this thing. Whatever thing that you say is finance.
I see.
So she's under control of a force,
I see.
and he is having his own force.
All right.
So at any point in time, that force the force would disappoint or something of that sort. But he's having he's having his own spiritual company. Then while she is under a certain.
Or I've understood you clearly.
So that's the
look
reason why.
at.
But when you look at the thing ordinarily,
Yes.
even what I'm doing self, you say that even the woman is more powerful than me.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the reason why I'm having is that I'm using the Holy Quran in my
Alright.
calculation. We'll get to that when I know that's the subsequent questions.
All right.
So, like, I want to listen to Mr. Mohammed on my right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Shamuna.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Mr. Mallam Shamoun, for introducing me on this platform. Well, I'm Mr. Mohammed from Gwangju of Ghana Mission in Beijing, and would like to chip in onto this very important regarding what my brother said on my immediate left. Well, Mr. Mallam Shamoun, well, there's something that seems to baffle me so much, and I seem so much concerned that I needed to clear out.
It's not bad.
Yeah, you know, regarding this Sheikh Mahmoud Bandi, who happens to be the first on this list. Well, and coming down onto this, the 7 and 6 row or the 3rd row, there seems to be, an overview of different great superpowers. For instance, when you go into the three column, there is this chief of Dambaga or Uganda chief camp. When you go into the 6th, there is this Chinese president of Queen Elizabeth. When you are on the 7th, the 9th, there is one breast woman. The breast is centered on the chest, and the mother is found. The Boko Haram leader. And regarding what I'm trying to talk about is, with this first person, the Sheikh Mahmoud, are you trying to say he has more superpowers compared to these people?
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you look at from the subset of the 9th and the 6th and the 7th, there seems to be, different superpowers all included, concentrated in one particular country.
Okay.
So don't you think there is this tendency for synergy of superpower to be centered on a particular location rather than, because in terms of spirit, they all use one network. When it comes to dreams, I'm sure there are dreams that date back, that are living
Mohammed, what I want to put across is that let me just cite a scenario about the past 2014 World Cup in Brazil. Who was rated the best player of the tournament in Brazil?
Yeah, this Brazil, the 2014 Brazil World Cup. Was it not Messi?
Yeah, I think Messi. Yeah,
So, but when you look at the daily work of this player from what do you call this Holland? That's Rubin, Iron Rubin, and the rest. You see that he did well. He did marvelously. You see, he played more than more than Messi. You understand that? A lot of players like Thomas Muller, he did well more than more than Messi. But in the end, he was rated as the best player. Then you know that it baffles people's mind. It got to some time that even when Maradona came out to speak against that, all this and stuff. So it is not the work of an individual, it is the work of the FIFA. They know the formula that they are using to the collective decision, but not the way you are seeing the performance. Maybe it's a seasonal performance that you are seeing, but they are having their formula of measurement in which you don't know what they are doing. So also, although I didn't rate these people with some people, right? I rate it myself. Yes. If you can read it.
So regarding this hierarchy of orders, did you use any model in rating them, or it just came to you naturally?
No, like if you can read what they call it, that can you read what we call it, the first paragraph. Yes, the first page. That's ranking of spiritualists and powerful spiritualists in the world, irrespective of their religious backgrounds. I want you to just read so that
from the first page. That is taken from the first page. What Mallam Shamuna from his handout, what we read earlier, but we wanted to repeat it for the benefit of doubt and for the audience to also cooperate with what is going on. So Mallam, as is written here, thou shalt not boast, quite apart from me. Perhaps my type of available. Perhaps my type, if available. There are a lot of powerful men and women spiritualists on this earth. From my spiritual calculations and research, the following spiritualists are the top 10 in their world, depending on their performance. All right. One may ask or be surprised that why me without the consultation of the other spiritualists ranking the top 10. It was me who calculated and predicted Germany. It was me who calculated and predicted Germany as the winning team of the just ended World Cup in Brazil. I did this without consulting the people you are thinking of. Also, it was only me, without consulting any spiritualist, predicted that Obama would winning his opponent Rumi by 1.962%. Again, it was me who calculated spiritually and showed the order and the other international channels where the missing Malaysian flight was found and the number of days that it will be found. After those days, it cannot be found. Better still, it was only me who gave the Nigerian government in the world where Boko Haram were found. It is the same calculation that I used ranking the world. All the above stated lies in Facebook, Daily Guide, FM, BBC, MyJoyOnline.com, GhanaWeb.com, and other international platforms such as Al Jazeera, Germany Media, etc., etc. So I've read through your first page of the handout or the pamphlet you have written.
Why me alone without the consulting the others? So as he read, I did all about the breakdown of the Brazil World Cup, about Boko Haram, about that U.S. presidential election and stuff, to mention just a few. So now with all this one, that's the reason why I was able to label the first, the second, the third with that order. So I did it out of intelligence.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shamun, for clarifying on this question I've just threw to you. And also regarding the chief of Gambaga or the Gambaga chief camps and the Chuchichan, Chuchua and the George Bush affiliation with this spiritual circle. How will you be able to also touch on this? Because I can't get to the root of this below the below you just put down on the paper, because I need to know more.
Yeah.
Touch down on also this one.
Yeah, about these people, the chief of Gambaga, and then chief of Gambaga witch campaign, where, and is it Uganda? These people, you know, a witch, one single witch, how spiritually the witch is, whether a male or a wizard. So someone having a full camp of witches, you can imagine how spiritually the person is. So it's not common to even control a common witch. As I cited an example on the TV station, that's a Metu TV, one small witch from Boku, that's a suburb of Upper East region in Ghana, here, West Africa. That girl, 11 years girl, when her phone was missing, then she went for a chip, and then the people sacked her. Then she said, okay, if that would be the case, if she was not using the phone, the whole northern region or the whole region or the district, no one will use any phone. So she captured the network and seized the network down for 5 days. Not until they came and begged her, then she do some spiritual things, then the thing started working. So you can imagine how this small girl of 11 years who is a witch, not to talk of a total camp of witches. Then regarding the man that I'm talking, who is also in Guangzhou, is a Buddha. And do you know Buddhist? Yes.
Yeah.
He also stayed in China, in Shanghai and Beijing. You know much about those people. He's also a person who uses his eyes like this. You use the eyes, you open the eyes. When you open the eyes, then you'll be seeing the screen. He will ask you, where do you want to see? Do you want to see US? Do you want to see London? Do you want to see Bangkok? Do you want to see Belgium, Lagos, and stuff? Then when you open the distance, or do you want to see your, what do you call it? Do you want to see your room? Or do you want to see the time that you were in the classroom? They were teaching you mathematics, English, science, biology, chemistry, and stuff. Then when he opens the eyes, then you'll be seeing the channel. So you see, it's one of the reasons why I rated them. And then George Bush, the George Bush, the one who just stepped down before Obama. Yeah. Very, very powerful, extra powerful. I was having a report from some group of people. They were hunting him about 5 to 6 years. And then those people, if they will hunt you for 1 minute, you have to vanish on this earth. They hunted him for 5 years. Then they will be seeing him appearing on their spiritual screen. He belongs to 60s or whatever. It's also
Ustaz Shamun, these people you just mentioned, you just put on the paper, are they using one gene? Is there
no, they are using different forces.
Different forces.
Yes, you can read it. Anwar Sadat. You can go ahead from. However, if you have someone, just read it down.
All right, Mallam Shamuna has called the attention of the audience in order to maybe make a follow-up of what we are doing here. That is the second page. We are taken from the second page. That is, however, if you have someone who can rank anybody spiritually, you can go ahead, but do so with your facts, references, and examples on all social media, such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc., and not storytelling or folk tales by our grandparents.
Okay, now read the table so that I'll answer the question. All
right, this is a tabulation. What we mean by tabulation is arrangements, list of the information from the ranking that begins from each numerical order 1 to 10. Okay. And then we have the name, religion, and country that is belonging to those divergent or different spiritual powers. We have number 1, Sheikh Mahmoud Bandi, religion, Islam, country, Burkina Faso. We have number 2, Inna, mother of jinns, traditionalist, that is country. Religion, sorry, and then country, Niger. This woman uses a private part to see spiritually. Number 3 is heads / chiefs of Gambaga / Uganda, which is camps. And then that is the religion is traditionalist. And then the country is Uganda and then Ghana. And number 4 is Chuchi Chang, Chuhuha. Yes. That is the religion is Buddhist. And then the country is China. George Bush, that is Freemason. That is the religion. And then the country is USA. Then we have the Chinese president, Queen Elizabeth / Queen Elizabeth, which is the religion is Buddhist, Christian, and then Freemason. And the country is China and then Britain. We have number 7, Azumnam, and then Zabana / Drogba. That is number 8 is Chris Angels. The religion is traditionalist, Christian / traditionalist again. The country is Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, and Britain, as the name implies there. Then number 9, one breast woman. Her breast is centered on her chest. Abubakar Shakau, to bracket, that is Boko Haram leader. Then the religion is traditionalist / Islam or Islam. And then country is Mali or Nigeria. And then the last one, number 10.
The last person.
Yeah, the last person, that is number 10. The blind woman in the middle of a dump in Dahomey. Stroke, TB Joshua. And the religion is traditionalist Christian, and then traditionalist again. And the country is Benin and Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So now, from what you just read, you can see that that is the list of the people as arranged in the paper. Okay. So now, about the people that you are asking of. Exactly. Yes. Since you asked me about Elizabeth as well. Yeah. So Elizabeth, you know, Britain is a country which is occupied spiritually with jinns. Yeah. And then the jinns, they are the dignitaries of the country. So that's why you see that the people of London, they are very smart and sharp. So it is what do you call it, the jinns that gives them that wisdom, coupled with what God also endows them. So someone ruling that country, and then the person is not influenced by that jinns, like killing the person or harming the person or making the person having sickness. You see how powerful the person is. Exactly. So you see that's one of the reasons why we are ranking them. And then not to forget of Drogba, that player from Abidjan. He's also spiritually powerful. Who also he sleeps on trees. He didn't sleep in the room. And then we have what do you call it? Shika, Abubakar Shika.
So is there a linkage? I mean, an interconnection of spirit between these great people on the paper?
Like what?
In terms of a transferred fever, for instance, if maybe one needs the help of the other, is there this kind of interconnection of spirit?
That's what I'm saying about the spiritual Facebook. That's where we see your exhibition. Okay. When you can see it, physical, spiritual. We have what we call physical, spiritual, and we have what we call spiritual, and we have what we call physical. The physical, spiritual is when you sleep. You are not sleeping, but you are seeing that place. Okay. You understand it? That's spiritual, physical. Okay. You are in your room. You know, from here to the outside there, I can't see. But physical, spiritual, I can see from here to China, from here to London, Bangkok, and the rest. But someone who is not having power, unless he sleeps before he can see those things, they will channel it to him. Okay. So that's where we see your exhibition. You are using this, you are using that, what. And sometimes the people who go there do also come with their physical confirmation of what we are saying.
So in our physical phase of our own cycle, taking apart the spiritual side, are there tendencies of spiritual conflict between these spiritual powers?
Sometimes. No, they don't exhibit conflict unless you want to tamper on his spiritual geographical location. That one, you know, allow like seizing his people, what. Yeah, that one.
So if that happens, does that mean the backing force that is there any backing this thing that sometimes tend to lie between for instance, let me say the jinn. Yes. Let me say for instance maybe this Sheikh Bandi is using a jinn and this Chuchucha, the Buddhist from Guangzhou. Yes. If in the case of any conflict between the two, does it affect the spiritual masters?
Yeah.
Did they come into conflict?
Yeah, they will come into conflict. Okay. They will come into conflict. But their conflict is not as physical as we are seeing. Exactly. And then not to forget of the woman who is using her breast, the one-chested breast woman. Yeah. She is from Mali.
Yeah, so she's from Mali, that's Timbuktu.
Okay.
She's naturally born with the breast on her chest. So if you want money or if you want anything, you go and drink the breast. Then when they steal something, or if you're a witch or a wizard, they want to confirm, or they want you to confess it, then you go and drink the breast. When you drink the milk, then you start confessing. She's also highly powerful. Not to forget of the woman from Benin, that's Dahomey, who is also in the middle of water.
Yeah.
It's not the house. It's not the house which is inside the water. Personally, with the skin, with the body, she's lying like a fish, like a mad fish, or like a crocodile. So she's having a crocodile. When you come for the spiritual consultation, then they will go and pick you up. Then you do whatever. Then the crocodile will bring you back. And the last person is TV Joseph, who is not all that powerful. He uses the spiritual media he's using the electronic media to campaign for himself. But these people, they don't have access to, they are more powerful than his last among the rank. So these are some of, but to me, I'm using the Holy Quran. Yeah, so whatever thing, like yesterday's Ghana match, yeah, as I viewed it and I saw the day I used the time that he was playing what, and then after here too, I'll go and Google spiritually. Then I'll look at the match before people will see. That's the reason why I don't view television, I don't listen to radio.
And also, I would like to chip in also regarding this witchcraft you're talking about. And I saw one of your ranking regarding witchcraft in West Africa and Africa, which you made listed about 3 countries. And also with current trend prevailing, there are witches all over the places.
Yes.
Why these 10 countries? And you just left
like
because
if you can see.
Don't you think it's an error?
No, it's not an error.
If you didn't touch other places?
No, I know about them. I'm someone, I praise myself spiritually. And I know I've been traveling, cut across the globe, so I know what is happening. So what I've written, I know about it. I know about Ghana, I know about, what do you call it, Burkina Faso, I know about Nigeria, whatever. The way you see as I rank it, it is the way it is. But it's for 2014. So after this 2014, after the end of the 2015, we'll do that ranking too. Maybe it will change. So depending on the spiritual train is taking. So I want this from Accra.
I'm Jamal Mustafa
Okay.
from Accra Technical Training Center, and I want to ask you about Abubakar Shekau,
Yes.
the Boko Haram leader.
Yes.
Is it on political propaganda? He's fighting on political propaganda, or he's fighting against the Muslims?
Yeah, that's a very good question. From my spiritual one, we meet he's one of the stubborn guys on the spiritual Facebook. He causes a lot of pandemonium on the spiritual Facebook, but he is not he's a traditionalist, he's not a Muslim. Yeah, he's not a Muslim because when he's a Muslim, he cannot go and kill people in Kano, about 552 people in the mosque. So it's under political motivation from good luck. So I spoke to him spiritually. We spoke to him. I warned him to leave that one. If not, we'll also attack him. We can attack him on the spiritual Facebook. I gave him a warning. So that was the time that I was planning to bring out the police station figure of Lagos, Maiduguri, Jos, and Abuja. So we made Facebook, and I told you guys to speak that one, but not physically. We meet on the spiritual Facebook. It's not that.
Why is it that? Because he lives in the United States, he is the president of the United States, but now there's no ranking in presidency, high ranking.
Yes.
Because now the presidency is now.
Okay.
And why are you ranking only him? Or why are you ranking some people in front of him?
Yeah.
As the world top team. Yeah. Without the presidency, the person giving the presidency.
Yeah. You can come and learn something. A teacher can do more than a student and vice versa. I can teach you, then you know more than I know. Already, he was having some society, accord society before he came to the English. So he blended both of what we call powers, and that one,
when you blinded his power to, then he will be more than the person controlling the affairs of the prison. That's the reason why. So he's having his own powers before he came to the prison.
Why do you program the prison?
Yeah. That power, then your ranking is different. It goes with the ranking of the animals and the other spirit. Yes, that one is quite different.
This is Adja's Wera. Mallam, I want to ask you more about you. The reason why I'm asking you is that I read your Google of Dreams.
Yes.
And I view this Malaysia aircraft.
Yes, the missing Malaysian aircraft.
That is it. So that is the main reason that I want to ask you.
Yeah, me, I'm Shamuna. I'm Hafiz of the Holy Quran. I don't have any work than promoting Islam every now and then. Then every aspect of life, God bless me with every aspect of life, wisdom of every aspect of life. I know how to sing. I know how to calculate everything, even football, news, everything you think of. So, and then I also calculate when something is missing. If your phone is missing or everything is missing, when you come to me, don't talk. I will just tell you that this thing is missing. Go to this place. What. That's the reason why I have access to the international world. So in short, that's what I can tell you. So that.
Mallam, I think what you've just narrated, or the issue you have tackled now,
The German,
not the German as such, but based on the table of the spiritual powers.
yes.
In fact, we have really studied much about what is happening in the human world. Indeed, it means there is a lot of spirituality every now and then.
Yes.
Right. But I could see down from the table, you've listed out some reasons why these things are existing.
Yes.
So I don't know whether from the reasons, I've seen another list talking about spiritual ranking of witchcrafts and jinns in the world and the West Africa.
Yes.
That is in 2014. And then this list too, you have listed each witchcraft with the best 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I could see Africa, most of the first list is Africa. It's
Okay.
on Africa, and most of the countries are African countries indeed.
Okay.
And I saw that from your table. That is your list. Africa, most of the countries in Africa are just there. Only India that I found, which is Asia. But I'm quite surprised why it is so. That's my question.
That's a very intelligent and marvelous question.
Yes.
You know, Africa is a society of jinns.
I see.
You know, we have a lot of wisdom.
All right.
You understand it?
Yeah.
All the natural resources
All right.
physically
All right.
is in Africa. It can be found in Africa.
I see.
All the intelligence people
All
you
right.
can think of, they are from Africa.
All right.
And we have a lot of things in Africa. But why is it that we are not moving forward? That's the question.
Yes.
So it is the witchcraft, the nature of the witchcraft, the density is very high
All right.
in the community.
All right.
So that's the reason why. So you can see that it's not common to see an African man in the wealth activities, the worldly activities.
Yes.
So you can find the first, the second, the third, about 100 before you get an African person.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's because it's the legacy, witchcraft
Yeah.
is the legacy of the continent. So I'm calling on all and sundry for us to fight against that one. It's very serious and it is that. So I'm having a lot of witches. They come to me for interview. You know, I will interview them spiritually. Then on spiritual Facebook, too. Yeah, the spiritual Facebook. The reason why we know one another is that it's like a Facebook. When you are having a friend,
Yeah.
when you add him, then he's also having his friend. So that's the reason why. So that's the thing on the spiritual Facebook. So Africa is a very serious place. And that's the reason why. So like I think that I'm having a lot to do. I'll just beg you so that we'll go to the German calculation of 7-7 so that I'll go and attend to people.
All right. Thank you very much, Mallam, for addressing this our maybe plight. You have now clarified us some of the diseases that is afflicting us in Africa here. In fact, we are quite maybe surprised, and thank you very much for that. Our next question too is on the spiritual. The spiritualist explains why and how Germany won the World Cup. Yeah, this is another marvelous area. We need clarification from mallam, shamuna. Yeah, from the tabulation, maybe the arrangement of your how Germany won the cup. Yeah, first you made mention about the spelling of the German's name, which begins with G. Yeah, but this is marvelous. This is quite surprising from the brain. How does this come? Is it came out of the blue, or it just you have imagined of using some calculation to do that?
No, I'm using some calculations to do that. That's the Holy Quran.
All right.
So I want you to read out the script. If
all
you
right.
finish, then I'll just.
All right. Yeah. From the first page, it read below his explanation. The spelling of Germany begins with the letter G, which represents 7 in fields. The number of the letter that forms Germany is 7.
Okay.
Right. That is from the first explanation. And then the second says Germany was in Group G, which represents 7 in the figures. Germany played 7 matches in the tournament. Group stages 3. Round 16, 1 match. Quarterfinals 1. Semifinals 1. And then the third list from your explanation says or reads, the final match was played in July, which is the 7th month of the year. And then number 4, that is the 4th line, the final goal scored by Germany in 7 minutes before the end of the game. And then the 5th line reads, at the group stages, Germany scored 7 goals to qualify from the 7th group. That is Germany versus Portugal, 4-0. Germany versus Ghana, 2-2. Germany versus USA, 1-0. That is when you add, mathematically, when you add these figures or numbers, you get 4 plus 2 plus 1, which is equal to 7.
Exactly.
This is marvelous. Okay. So, Mala, how did you come by these statistics?
No, you didn't need maybe I don't want you are using your psychology to beat me.
No.
So just read it so that I'll know how to answer it.
No problem, Mala. I will go further to number the 6th line. Germany scored 7 goals against Brazil to qualify from the semi-finals to final. And then again, that is the 7th line. Again, countries ending with letter L happen to be an easy side for Germany. Example, Germany versus Portugal. Means Portugal ends with L. That is 4-0. Germany versus Brazil. That is 7-0. Brazil also ends with L. Alright. On the other hand, teams ending with letter A proved quite tough for Germany. Example, Germany versus Ghana, 2-2. That is draw. Germany versus USA, 1-0. And then Germany versus Algeria, 2-1. And then that is the 8th line read. The final goal for Germany was scored by Gauss. That is a German player with the name starts with G. Alright. Indeed, that is the 9th line. Indeed, his name, Gauss, begins with the letter G, which is 7 in figures. Then the last line, number 10, line 10, these and other things in my calculation is what shot Germany to the top. Yeah. So, Mallam, I think I've read from the first page of how you rank Germany as the winning team in the World Cup triumph. So, Mallam, can you give us some little, maybe, analysis?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Background.
You know, as I told you, I'm using the Holy Quran.
All right.
That's my weapon.
Yeah.
And then the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam I'm one of the secretaries on the spiritual Facebook.
All right. All right.
So
all right.
if he's pasting or if he's doing something,
All right.
we also hide and get our share.
I see.
Yeah. So when you look at the Holy Quran,
All right.
it's not just about praying, about marriage, about what do you call it, Hajj, about zakat, charity, and the rest,
All right.
about naming ceremony. The content or the aspect of the spirit is more higher than the what? The social aspect of it.
All right.
So when you look at Quran 15, verse 86 to 87, I take it again. Quran 15, verse 86 to 87, you see this one. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَاكَ سَبْعًا مِنَ الْمَثَانِي وَالْقُرْآنِ الْعَظِيمِ. Surely we descended you or we gave you the verses of powers, the verses of praises, together with the Holy Quran. We gave you the verses of powers, or the verses of what? The verses of powers, or the verses of praises, together with the what? Holy Quran. So the question is that it means the Holy Quran is there, and then the powers of the Holy Quran is the other side.
All right.
So when you look at the Holy Quran, you see some Surah Al-Fusilat,
All right.
the last verse of the Fusilat,
Yeah.
and I quote, سنريم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسنا حتى يتبين لهم أنه الحق أولم يكفي بربك أنه على كل شيء شهيد ألا إنه في مرية من لقاء ربي ألا إنه بكل شيء محيط. And we channeled you the world at all source, and we channeled you the world at all or from all what? Source. You understand it?
Yeah.
What the verse is trying to put across is that he channeled the world in the Holy Quran. Everything that you want to see, all this electronic media or all these electronic gadgets, look at Quran. That's 1,436 years descended to the Holy Prophet, who didn't go to school, who was not having any teacher. And he was talking about the channel of informations on this earth. He's talking about satellite. You understand it? So when you take that verse and add it to the what do you call it, Quran 15 verse 86 to 87, that's Surah Al-Hijr, then that one is going to be the password when you just calculate it, because if I'm going to explain it to you, you and the listeners and whosoever is going to listen, it is beyond his capacity. So I just want to summarize it to the level of the layman understanding.
All right.
So when you do that one, then that one is the spiritual password. Then it will give you Surah Al-Buruj. That's the stars, the 12 stars will come out. From there you remove it and do whatever thing you want. And then most especially about the 7 powers. So it will channel you, or when you put that one, it will click you everything concerning 7 from the day that the Quran was descended to the Holy Prophet up to the year after. So it's from that I'm seeing the game of Germany is about 7-7. And then the Brazil 2014 World Cup is going to end with 7-7. So any country which is having the symptom or which is having the sign of 7-7 is going to make the winner. And this one came before the World Cup. Right. You can see it on the YouTube and the Facebook when the German media, BBC, Al Jazeera, and the other international channel came. We made an interview with them before this paper. So I calculated that one. It's through that one I collated everything. And knew that German was going to make the winner. So it was not just by coincidence, and it's not a lucky way. And then as we are doing, maybe if you are monitoring on YouTube, Hit FM and other Joy FM currently, you see that I was giving the update of the AFCON, what is happening. Even God willing, tomorrow I will come out with a serious calculation which is more than this, which is very wonderful than this. So, but if you want to know spirituality is not powerful. You have to see the spirituality who can tell you what is happening in the universe. It's more surprising than seeing the private part doing all this and that. Because doing that one, maybe it will be important. But telling what didn't happen, they are yet, the thing is yet to happen,
no any setup within that what do you call it, spiritual. So that's the reason why I'm saying that I'm more powerful than them, because I can tell you what is going to happen with the breakdown, the shirt that the person is going to use, the what do you call it, the slippers, everything that is going to wear, and then the channel that is going to come, even when it's coming from southeast or northwest or whatever, I'll tell you. So in short, that's the reason why I'm having that calculation. I'm having it from Quran 15, verse 86 to 87. That's Surah Al-Hijr. And I chew the Quran. I'm someone who didn't learn it. So it's not something beyond human imagination. So I'm someone, I'm not sleeping. So I'm someone like, I'm a spiritualist. Then I'm also a philosopher. Yeah, I'm a philosopher coupled with the spirit that I'm having. So the daily spiritual work I'm doing is very surprising. So it's not a witchcraft, it's not a jinn, it's not anything. That's why I have the quotation. So maybe you're reading the Quran, but the content, you are just reading the Arabic verse, but the thing itself is there. That's why the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he discovered a lot of things, did a lot of scientific things. Now that the science is now proving that that's 1,436 years. So I'm also in that line.
I see. So it means that you are going in line with the predicaments of the Holy Prophet.
Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, yes.
Because from the basis of your speech,
Yes.
I could assume or I could realize that you were saying you are using the Quran as your guide to go through your activities. This is really surprising. It's really surprising because we have ulama or other malams who can also interpret the Quran as you can also do it, but they have not reached the level into which you can use your mind to do certain wonderful things with the Quran, especially at the mathematical side of it. Yeah, it's quite surprising.
Let me just give you a brief example. Do you have a phone here?
Mobile phone?
Yes, just give me. So I'll just give you the example here just now.
All right.
Something like this. What is this?
It's a mobile phone.
Mobile phone. Yeah. So as back as 400 years, I don't think we have this one in existence.
Yes.
Or 400 years back.
It's not there.
So you mean to say that as back as 400 years, we don't have educated people?
We have.
They don't know mathematics.
You know.
They don't know English.
You know.
They didn't know about this science. Now, why is it that they didn't use their level of education, they didn't use their mathematical background, their technological background, they can write the science, they know everything to do this one, not until about, is it 20th century that we are having something like this? So it's also those learning the Quran, interpreting the Quran, they are interpreting the Arabic verse of it. And we are doing the indigenous work, that's the spiritual work, and then the powers of it, as given the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So it's just a common example. So as you are seated, you can read, you can write, you can do. So if they give you this one, they ask you, they want one man to come, then you produce a mobile phone. Can you do it? Those lecturers from University of Science and Tech and what, they can do all these things, but they know it. So fasalu ali zikri in kuntum la ta'lamun. You ask those who know if you don't know. So that's what the Quran is saying. So it's not by coincidence, it's not a magic. So it's the raw data of the Holy Quran which is given to the Holy Prophet. That's what I'm using. Mohammed.
Thank you very much for this, your marvelous explanation.
Well, Mr. Shamun, I'm so much enthused about this calculation you did and this football deduction. Well, notwithstanding that, I have to really confess to you that I've tried employing different probability sampling techniques in order to challenge you, but I did so, but it didn't work.
Okay.
I have to confess that.
Oh, that's nice.
But don't you think it's high time you try to put this, you know, with your level and your knowledge of mathematics and your extraordinary knowledge? Don't you think it's high time you put this into academics so that people can learn from your knowledge?
Yeah,
Can benefit from this?
Yeah, that's a very good question. God willing, with time, I will do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, but the other time when you came, you asked me, maybe I was looking at YouTube, Facebook to get some formula. You talk of that.
Yeah,
formula.
that's related to the astrology I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the astrology. You know, as regarding the way you foresee and tell certain things about the future, about the person, the way you do sampling and all that. Because I was so surprised. You know, I'm used to reading astrology, these zodiac signs that tells you about your life and everything, about the traits related to a person over a particular period of time and how a person can be carry on his life.
So what are you trying to put across?
I tried to decode this, thinking you were also using this astrology because
to get my information.
To get your information.
Okay, then I'm having a follow-up question. The person you are saying is using zodiac what?
Is using zodiac signs, and the zodiac signs they are in 12.
No, I don't care about it because I'm using the Holy Quran. But is the person, those who invented, are they alive or they are
alive?
They are alive.
They are alive.
Why is it that they cannot predict Jama as the winning World Cup and breakdown of this, giving me for me using their thing to do, or they don't want to be known, or they don't want to be praised?
I think in also their area of specialty or knowledge. I think they've also. Don't you think they've also done something great?
Okay, when is it? Where can we find
it?
Okay,
if taking for instance his prediction, he is a great philosopher and also an astrologist. He is in China. He also did great things.
Like
that was
what?
during
Like what?
he did a prediction about this thing during the Chinese during this thing what's the name? The era of the Qing dynasty. He did the prediction that the people from I've forgotten the name.
Since you are diverting from what we are discussing, you are talking of the people of the zodiac sign. You are talking of someone else.
No, you know the zodiac your calculation.
What I'm saying is that those who has done the zodiac what have they done so that collectively it is accepted, as I did.
So far.
So you see, like if I'm using their formula, I can't do this one. You don't understand.
But this
the question is that the Holy Prophet ﷺ didn't go to any school.
Exactly.
That's 1,436 years. So his own, where did he get his own? Is it the zodiac that he's using?
But there's something that
just
surprises me.
The Holy Prophet who didn't go to any school, when he was doing all those surprising things, disproving science and the rest, Jesus Christ who didn't go to any, he disproved the law of what do you call it? Jesus disproved. He went up, never came down up to now. They didn't go to any school. So I'm in that category.
So which category? How will you classify your aspect of reading?
And that's Hisab. We call it Hisab
in Islam.
Yes, that's Hisab.
That's nice.
Using the Holy Quran to melt it and get information.
Okay. Yes. And how do you do the melting?
The melting, as today.
Do you employ any tools?
No, not any tools. It's about the brains. It's wisdom. Wisdom is God who gives wisdom. It comes by itself from His channel. As we discussed today on HFM about the match, that's Ghana meeting Cote d'Ivoire, and then Congo meeting Guinea. Then I said that's Jin, that's Jin Ghana, which is 7, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's representing 7, and then the Cote d'Ivoire, A, B, C, which is 3 in figures. So you see that this 7 is challenging these 3, or is meeting these 3. And then also in the second category too, the 7 is also challenging 3. That's Guinea versus what? Congo. Okay. So with this one, there is going to be a lot of spiritual mathematics, and then there is going to be a lot of controversy as you listen to the tape. So it's through that one that I managed to.
So have you ever encountered errors while doing your reading and calculation?
I'm a human being, definitely I have to.
See.
So I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
And people are there waiting for me, and God willing, if there's any mistake, God willing, God will correct it for us.
All right.
The next time, I will welcome you to come cordially.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes.